Mining Bitcoin from home can be absolutely expensive, but what if there were other avenues and other options available to you as a home crypto miner just starting out? Let me introduce you to the Bitaxe Hex from the team over at Bitcoin Merch, a solo Bitcoin lottery miner that won't break the bank and that you could run in your basement or home office. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Bitaxe Hex with some special help from my son. All right, guys, we're here. We're going to go ahead and unbox our Bitcoin Merch Hex. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what they sent us in the box. So what do you see here? My son right now is opening it up, and we got a lot going on here.
Stickers, money.
That's Argentina money. I think this is like 5 cents is what this is worth. Yeah. So what else do we have in here?
There's a lot of 3D printed stands, it looks like.
So this is a stand for the Bitaxe Gamma. It's one of those over there. We'll actually talk about what we're going to do with all this stuff here. So do you think we should give it away?
Sure.
All right, we're going to give away some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and see what else we have in here. What are these guys? What does that look like?
Looks like a USB.
So this is a small USB Bitcoin miner. And they actually sent us, this is not the Hex, this is a bunch of other stuff. So we have a number of these here, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what else do we have in here?
This is a power adapter.
Okay, probably for the Hex is what I'm guessing. What else do we have in here?
We should save that for last.
We have another adapter. Number 7. So we got 7 of these USB ones.
This is
oh, it's a Bitaxe Supra. Look at that. Okay, so we got a Bitaxe Supra. So actually, before we move ahead, let's do this. So we're gonna pick. Let's pick 2 winners. So if you guys want to comment down below, we're gonna give away this Bitaxe Supra with this stand here. And this is actually the power cable with it. So that's we're going to give away to 1 winner. And then our second winner, we're going to give away 7 of these USB Bitcoin Merch USB. And these are all solo miners. So you're going to need some type of USB, you're going to need like a USB hub to run all of these. So we're going to have 2 winners. So the way to enter, guys, is go ahead and comment down below. If you won, where would you set these up? At your desk, at your office? Where would you run these if you won? And we'll pick 1 winner in 30 days. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
All right, cool. So let's move on with getting the rest of this. I didn't know they sent us all this stuff, so that's cool. So let's go ahead. Oh, we got some screws. That is for the stand. So let's pull the box out. All right, put that in the middle. All right, so this is actually what we all came here for. Yep, go ahead and pull from the bottom. All right, what do you see?
So it has the fans attached right now. It looks like it has at the top, but
so reach in like this and then pull it out. Go ahead. You can't break it. You'll be good. All right, cool. So there is a little USB antenna I see there. So this is the Bitcoin Merch Bitaxe Hex. And I'll be honest, I don't know if this is the 3 terahash or if this is the 4.2. There's 2 different models that are out there currently right now. So check that out. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. We'll look at this together. So these are our cooling fans. And then we do have our heat sink. That's what this is. This big block is our heat sink to help keep it cool. And the actual chip is on the opposite side here on the bottom. So it's got kind of this acrylic plexiglass stand to it to make it look all slick. It does have wireless integration on it. And on this side here, there's actually a little screen, but unfortunately, you can't really see the screen. It'd be nice if they flipped the screen on the side here in order to see this. So let's go ahead and we will go ahead and, oh, actually, look at that. It's actually cracked.
Oh,
that's
wow.
a shame. Yeah, we'll have to let them know, see if they can send us a new plexiglass here, but that won't affect anything. But let's go ahead, and we do have the power cable, which came in here. So off camera, we're going to go ahead and get this plugged in and get it configured. All right, so my son's going to be our camera person here, so I'm going to hand him the camera. And so if we want to go ahead and take a look. So here's our Hex, and if you want to zoom in a little bit here, on the side of it, there's actually a screen. And the screen, I had to look through the fan up top there to actually see that screen. because I'm not sure of the setup process. So it does support wireless. So if you actually look through the fan and look down in there, it's telling you to go ahead and connect to the wireless. And you probably can't see it on the camera, but that's okay. It's telling you connect to the wireless, which is the Bitaxe Hex wireless. So I am going to take my cell phone and get this set up on there. You have to connect to that ad hoc wireless. Now, all right, so what we did was we connected our cell phone to the Bitaxe Hex via the wireless that it was giving off. And we went to the website 192.168.4.1, and as you guys can see, it comes up with this interface. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and I won't do this entirely on camera just for privacy reasons, but I will connect to my home wireless and put in the password. And then we're going to set this up actually on my son's Bitcoin address. That's right, he does have a Bitcoin address. So we're going to set this up solo mining on his Bitcoin address. So if you guys are not familiar, we talked about solo mining. This miner does not earn you anything per day because it's a solo Bitcoin lottery miner, which means you don't earn anything per day, but you're almost playing the Bitcoin lottery, which means that you have a chance of hitting a Bitcoin block. So how much is Bitcoin worth right now?
It is worth 105,000.
All right. And
Around.
if you were to hit the Bitcoin lottery and hit a Bitcoin block, how much is that worth?
Over 300,000.
Over 300,000. That's right. So you would earn 3.125 Bitcoin if you hit a Bitcoin block with your Bitcoin merch hex that you guys see here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up on our home wireless, as well as enter my son's Bitcoin address, as well as the pool we're going to use for today's video is on the pool that I like to use, which is Brains OS Solo Pool. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, so jumping over on the computer, actually got some clarity. This is the Bitaxe Hex Solo Miner 3 terahash model. It really comes down to what actual chip is in there, what BM chip is in there. So this is a 3 terahash model. So that larger power supply, I'm actually really surprised about. So we're going to take a look at the watts at the wall right after we're done here. So over on Bitcoin merch, you can find this for $4.99. I do have a discount code. I'll list it directly down below if you're more interested and passionate about solo Bitcoin mining. So jumping over here, this does run on the Axe OS firmware. So you can see right up here, we're actually about 3.7, 3.8. So we're actually doing better than advertised. We've only been up and running for a few minutes at this time. Now there is a really cool swarm mechanic built into this that you can see all your other Bitaxes that are running the Axe OS firmware on your network, and you can manage them right from here, kind of like a dashboard. I have 2 of my Bitaxes actually powered off because we're going to do some DB testing here in just a minute. Jumping over to pool settings, as I talked about previously, we do have this set up over on Brains. On their Stratum, I've really been enjoying theirs. So if we go ahead and jump over there, you can see his one miner is up and running, only just getting started, so it's going to be a little bit. But I'll put a link to Brains Solo Pool down below if you're interested in using this. Very basic and very, very simple. But we do have the Stratum, the port, and my son's Bitcoin address listed right in there, as well as the worker name. Finally, last thing I want to show you is this unit can be overclocked. You can go ahead and mess around with this quite a bit. This unit actually comes with the frequency and the core voltage actually cranked up a little bit. So if we open this up, the default is about 485. We're at 550 for our frequency, and the core voltage traditionally is at 1200. We're at 1250. So I think those numbers will take it down below 3 terahash, but that goes ahead and brings us up there. Let's give this a few minutes though, and we'll go ahead and check back and see exactly how it's performing when it comes down to watts at the wall and the sound levels. Last thing we want to look at is sololuck.com. What are our chances to hit a Bitcoin block that earns 3.125 Bitcoin? So over on SoloLuck, we're going to put in 3, and that's going to tell us we have a 1 in 2,115 chance per day to hit a Bitcoin block, or per year 1 in 5,797. So not the most amazing chances, but there's still a chance out there to go ahead and hit a block and win $334,000. All right, we've been up and hashing for 15 minutes now with our hex. We're at about 3.2 terahash. And let's take a look at watts at the wall. What do we have going on for watts at the wall?
About 82.0 to 81.9.
All right, awesome. So if we want to run this in our office or in a bedroom, let's take a look at our dB meter. So about 44 to 45, somewhere right in there. That's going to wrap things up for today's video on the Bitaxe Hex from the team over at Bitcoin Merch. Huge shout out to the team over at Bitcoin Merch for not only sending this over, but also the items for today's giveaway. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, guys, directly down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.